Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Cup of Joe with Joe and Joe podcast. I am your host, Joe, and with me, as always, is my wonderful co-host, Joe.
Joe, I have a question for you.
And what is that?
Do you know what the first episode of Attack on Titan is titled?
No. Actually, I do not. What is it?
Well, something funny. When I saw the title of this episode, I'm like, why does that look so familiar? And the title of this episode that we're talking about now, episode 80, is From You, 2,000 Years Ago. And the first episode of Attack on Titan is called To You in 2,000 Years. And when I went back and saw that, I almost shit myself.
Oh.
Yeah, Joe, it's all there. It's all connected. And from episode 1, from the fucking title of episode 1. And that's setting the tone for this episode, guys, because holy shit, it's all coming together.
It is all coming together. Again, full nuts to butts, total spoilers. I mean, if you clicked on this video, you fucking understand that I already made the thumbnail. I know what it looks like. It's Ymir, Joe, in Titan form. So, we're getting right into this. This episode starts with something that I'm not the biggest fan of, but I do enjoy this version of it because we actually get to see the carnage that ensues after Grisha.
Not prepared for that at all.
No, absolutely not. Grisha just destroys the royal family, and you're like, oh no. And then again, we get the same scene where he's seeing Zeke, and he hugs him, and he's like, dude, your brother's a dickhead. You should totally stop him. And he's like, okay. And then, their heads separate, and they're back in the coordinate. This is Eren and Zeke, and Eren is he's a little terrifying. He's like, he kind of looks like Jesus, with the long hair and the arms out and everything like that. But he's like a weird, fucked up metal version of Jesus.
Kinky.
Yes, exactly. And then Zeke does what he's wanted to do, and he just immediately tells Ymir, hey, go make everyone barren. No one can have children as far as the Eldians go anymore. Do that now. And Eren's not happy about this.
He says, I'm going to pull a Saw 1 and just cut my arm off.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that it was going to happen.
I think it's the foot, actually, in Saw. Terrible reference. It was close enough.
I've never seen them, so you could have fooled me. Anyway, God, there's so much in this episode. Has a lot going.
One at a time, buddy. One at a time.
Yeah, you gotta go one at a time. So basically, after we catch up with Eren and Zeke, we get a flashback to what I'm assuming is around, I don't know, maybe like 2,000 years ago. Why exactly that time period? I don't know. I'm just kind of pulling out of my ass. Anyway, we see Ymir and her origins, and the origins of essentially all of the Titans. And now, I don't want to do an exact play-by-play of this whole episode because I think it'd be much more... It's too much. I think it'd be more interesting to just get, our opinions on what was happening. We see the origins of the Titan power, which is some weird glowworm, essentially.
Oh, dude, no, that thing ain't no glowworm. It looks like a silverfish, if anybody knows what that is. It's this type of bug.
Yeah, I play Minecraft.
It's like this clear, centipede type of thing. Very popular when it's raining, and it looks like that. But it looks like a spinal cord as well. A lot of symbolism with that, obviously.
Yes.
And I loved the flashback to Ymir because it's been so long to when we kind of had that all revealed to ourselves. And I think when we originally found out about this, I think back in season 3 or whatever, it was kind of just somebody else explaining it. It's been a while since I watched this, and I forget so much of what happened. So seeing it all animated and vividly and just the way it was portrayed, that was my favorite part of this episode, in all honesty. I love the history behind it, and I like how vague it is almost. It's a good amount of vagueness. The whole idea of her getting this power from this thing. Again, historically, it's said that she got it from the devil. She made a deal with the devil and got these powers. But it's this thing she gets it from, and we're probably never going to get an explanation of what that thing is. But I just love the imagery of it and the way it was portrayed.
Yeah, I totally concur. You hit the nail on the head when you said that they kept things vague, which is one of the things that I appreciate so much about this. Even the fucking mid-episode card, like when they would cut to commercial or whatever, it was like, Ymir got her power by connecting with something. They don't say what it is. They don't hint at it being like some god of some kind. It's
Yeah.
just, it is a vague glowy worm of some kind that kind of looks like a spinal cord and a silverfish had a baby. And I love how vague that is because it keeps the air of the mythology of it, like how it's a legend.
Yep.
You're not explaining it away with science, being like, "Oh yeah, no, it's an alien. Get fucked." It's like, "What? No, don't do that."
Yeah.
So it's very, very cool that they're keeping it vague. And yeah, there is a lot of symbolism with this thing. Obviously, like the first bit of symbolism in that flashback, the big ass tree with all the branches like swirling all up onto it. I'm just like, that looks like where all the paths converge.
Yep.
And I guess I don't know if that's a coincidence or if that's just
I mean, it kind of also reminds
related.
you of like the Tree of Life as well.
Yes.
Again, it's just all symbolism there. A lot of almost like borderline religious stuff, which I mean, it's Attack on Titan, so that kind of makes sense.
Right.
But yeah, that tree, I thought it was gonna be she like fell in and like there's somehow like they're gonna like portray the devil. I'm very happy they didn't do that and the way that
Thank
they handled it.
God.
Yeah, just get because we don't really know anything about Ymir, or at least what we did know wasn't that like compelling really. It was just like she like was this normal girl who made a deal with the devil to get these
She's
powers.
nobody.
And yeah, at the end of the day, she's just a person, which gets brought up later in the episode.
Right.
And yeah, this flashback, it was necessary. And hell, it was done properly. And I love her Titan form. It's creepy as shit.
I was just gonna ask you about that.
Holy
It's
shit.
so weird.
It's unnerving.
and like
It's
macabre.
really unnerving.
I love it. I love how fucking unnerving it is. That's so cool.
Yeah, her whole backstory is fantastic. And not to jump too far ahead, but later in this episode, Ymir kind of quote unquote breaks finally, and having just literally these like what was it 5, 10, not even 10 minutes of backstory. When you see her break later in the episode, to me it felt so fucking fulfilling. I was like, just let it go. Come on, just let the anger out. Because I don't know, like especially with like media like this, like with stories, sometimes like even though your rationale is like, oh, peace and like you shouldn't do this stuff. No, when it comes to a fucking story like this woman, person, whoever Ymir is, I the whole time I'm like, fight back, please, just fight back, fight back, and we finally get that in this episode, and it is so fucking satisfying.
Yes, but we'll get to that in just a second.
I didn't want to
because
jump too far.
There's a lot that I love in this episode, and like I know I said last episode is my favorite episode of the season. I think this might take it.
This
I don't
for
really,
me takes it.
Yeah, because there's a we'll get there. But yeah, so it's like I love the symbolism of both the tree, the weird glowworm that gives her the power of the Titan. I paid attention like when I went back and did a rewatch. Because I was like, where does it touch her? And it touches her on the spine, like the tendrils come out and attach to the spine, and then bada bing, bada boom, lightning bolt into the sky, and now she's the Flash or whatever. But yeah, it's really cool. And then seeing, oop, hard on me. But seeing just the fucked up backstory and history of the origins of the Eldians, because essentially, I know we learned that like Ymir is like the mother of all Eldians, and we learned that a long time ago. But she literally is the mother of all Eldians, because it's like after she's killed, when the would-be assassin tried to kill the king who gave her 3 children, whatever the fuck, doesn't really matter. After she dies, she gets sent to the coordinate, and it just lives out the rest of her life there. And the king makes her 3 daughters, all of which the walls of the fucking paradise are named after. It's Cena, Rose, and Maria. He makes them all eat her. And you're just like, what the fuck? Because he's like, oh, well, the power's got to be in here somewhere, so just eat all sorts of her, and then you'll carry it on.
This is like, not imagery, but like, again, parallelism to Titans eating humans. A lot of cannibalism going on there.
I believe that's the entire origins of it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why it began that way. So it's showing you the origins of all that shit. And
Heavy stuff.
god damn, and then he tells the these little girls who maybe are like, I don't know, 8 at the oldest. He's like, go make a lot of children. You got to pass on the power of the Titans. And so you do. And like, it's the little details, like the fact that after the 3 daughters eat, god damn, the origin or the remains of the mother, you see the coordinates split into 3 paths. And you're just like, son of a bitch. She is the mother of all Eldians. Because then, as they have kids and as they, have more offspring and they spread, it's just like the paths just keep on growing. And Ymir's just sitting in there making a bunch of clay models, doing what she does best, making those Titans. And I'm just like, holy shit, your life is suffering. Your life is just suffering. Which, of course, leads you to that wonderful cathartic moment when we, flash back to our current time with Eren and Zeke currently in the coordinate with Ymir. And Eren stops Ymir. He's like, no. You have the choice. You don't have to listen to anyone of royal blood. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do. And then she's finally, and I love all the tiny details, because throughout the entirety of the flashback, and of course anytime we've ever seen Ymir, you never see like the irises of her eyes. You just see the whites of her eyes, and like they're covered up in shadow, and that's pretty much it. And throughout the entire flashback, she's like that as well as all the other would-be Eldians, I guess. And the moment when Eren's trying to talk her into, giving him the power so we can get revenge for her, he's like, give me the power and I will do what you want. Like, I will crush everyone. Seeing her eyes actually drawn for the first time and the tears welling up, I was just like, oh fuck, that's 2,000 years of pent-up anger right there, baby. Everyone's fucking dead.
Yeah. My I think the first moment it happened was when I saw Ymir's children eating her body. My mouth open, like jaw drop, but not like full gape. It was just open. And the rest of the episode, my mouth was open this whole time. That just, so the cathartic release of Eren just being like, because Eren literally pulls, like I said, Saul and like gets out of the chains by like ripping off his hands basically, and he's trying to get to Ymir, and Zeke's like, oh, that's not gonna work, buddy. And he like hugs Ymir, and he's like, if you are a person, you're not a god, you're not anything like this, you are just an unlucky person, and you can fight back. Give me the power and I will end it all. And I love how he says that. And again, she's like, do I do it? And Zeke realizes, like, oh shit, that Eren guy's he's kind of a persuasive motherfucker. I should probably
Joe, he's putting the schmoves on Ymir. I can't let him fucking do that. Not this critical point, man. I gotta stop him from putting the schmoves on Ymir.
Yeah. That and one thing I just want to say also is at the beginning of this episode, when we kind of jump into when we do like after the little recap, like 2-minute recap of last episode, Zeke does a lot of fucking talking that I definitely have to go back. I only watched this once, so I have to go back and rewatch it to like, they talk about the timey-wimey bullshit a little bit, and Grisha and everything like that. And there's like definitely some subtle details there that like are gonna definitely come back later and help explain the timey-wimey bullshit. But I thought that was gonna be like a lot of the big stuff in this episode, but the fact that we're not even talking about that is insane.
No, that's a footnote in all of this.
It's literally a footnote that I'm like, okay, by the way, this happens. It seems kind of important, but compared to all the other stuff, we're going to cover the big stuff. So now, Ymir says, all right, Eren, do what you wish. And my God, I almost shit myself. I actually almost shit myself when I saw the goddamn like centipede and coming out of Eren's head. I was like, oh no, it's happening. And then you see the walls start crumbling. I mean, the intro song basically told us it was coming.
Yes,
but I mean, you can't trust the intro song, but I guess you can in this case.
You very much can in this. The intro, I remember a friend of mine who had read the manga and knew the ending said they gave away a surprising amount in the intro song. And so, like, after that, I was like, well, shit, I can't pay too much attention to, like, the images in there because I don't want to, like, be theorizing about shit. thankful, like I had seen a couple of images of this weird rib cagey esque bony what the fuck
Mm-hmm.
is that
Yeah.
being, and so I knew it was probably had some bearing on the ending of the story.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was,
Yeah. I thought it was like
but I
Ymir.
knew it was probably going to be important. Yeah, I thought it might have been Ymir. I thought it might have been like some weird bullshit thing. I don't know. I didn't think about it too much because I didn't want to.
I didn't think it was a person. I thought it was
Hmm.
like maybe like a symbol. I don't know, or like I said, maybe the walls when they fell, they revealed it or something. Anyway, so the rumbling happens. The rumbling
Yes.
fucking happens. Aaron transforms into his founding titan form, which we don't get a full like good clear view of it yet. We see a posterior view where he literally just looks like the fucking wormy thing that Ymir touched, but bigger. And oh, it's the way he moves. I had shivers. He moves like a snake, like he slivers,
Hmm.
and it's horrifying. The walls start crumbling, and all the fucking titans in there come out. And I literally was like, "Oh my god, it's actually happening. It's the rumbling. Holy shit!" And then you flash to Mikasa and Armin, and Armin's like, "I fucking knew it. He's on our side."
That's my boy over there. Hey, let's go, Team Aaron, all the way. Fuck yeah.
And he's like,
Wait,
"Woohoo!" He's like,
wait.
"Wait a minute. That's a lot of fucking titans. Damn, Aaron, you pulling out the AK. Where's he going? I mean, he doesn't need that much to just destroy the Marlians." And that's when he pulls a G. Wait a minute. What is Oh my god, I'm trying to think of a good example. Anyway, he pulls a Jesus and he's like, "Eldians, I am Aaron Yeager." And I was born, raised here, and I've gotten the power of the founding titan, and I'm gonna use the rumbling. And it's for me. Yeah, I'm an angry boy, and it's not enough to just kill the Marlians. They're pretty bad people, but no matter what, we're gonna be hated if there's other people that aren't us. People are gonna be jealous. So I have this idea. Let's just kill everybody, right? I mean, that solves the problem. I like all you guys on this island. You're all pretty chill, but those people out there, they're not too cool. So what I'm gonna do is, you guys just stay here. I'm gonna go out with my big Titan friends. We're gonna kill everybody, and then we're gonna come back, and we'll live happily ever after, and nobody will leave the wall, and it will be just my paradise. Yeah. So
I mean, I don't know about that last part, but like pretty much everything in the beginning, yes, that's perfectly true. I wouldn't be surprised if he was just like, I killed everyone. You can all go out, live out there. Doesn't matter. I think he just cares about killing everyone who isn't an Eldian because everyone hates the Eldians, and as long as they're alive, they're always going to hate the Eldians. Blah 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 blah. So if I just kill everyone off who isn't an Eldian, everything will be fine. Again, harkening back to what he said at the end of season 3, where if we kill all of our enemies over there, will we finally be free? And you're just like, good Christ. I mean,
now it makes sense.
that was certainly a line, and
Yes.
it makes sense, but I didn't think you'd like act on it this much. Holy shit.
Aaron's an angsty boy, man. I don't know. He really likes his My Chemical Romance.
I can totally tell.
And so
Oh
with
my
that,
god.
Armin and Mika, everybody's like, "Oh fuck, he's gonna do it. Holy shit!" And but the thing that this leaves us with is the fact that the walls are gone. And if you
Mhm.
can remember, Zeke turned a shit ton of people into mindless, like normal Titans, and those people were like friends of Mikasa and Armin and comrades and all that stuff. So now Aaron's like, "You guys handle that. I'm gonna go over here and take care of the big stuff. But you guys have some work on your hands." And I, I, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's happening, and the fact that there's so many more episodes left—not so many, but there's more episodes left. I, I do not know what to expect at this point.
Yeah, I don't quite know what to expect. I love how, I don't know if ambiguous is the right term, but how gray of a character Aaron Yeager has become, where it's
Mm.
like, yes, he was always on, Mikasa and Armin's side and all that sort of stuff. He never wanted to go along with the euthanization plan. But like this is not better, like morally at all. Like
I
you
like it.
understand why he wants to do it. Yeah, I love how much of an antagonist he is. And I fucking, when I sent you the Crunchyroll Awards thing and they were like, Aaron Yeager, best protagonist. Also Aaron Yeager, best antagonist. I was like, Yeah, I'm giving him both. Granted, I haven't seen a whole lot of other stuff on the awards or
It's
whatever.
hard to
But
compete
I
with Aaron.
fucking. It's so hard. He's so good.
I also forgot to mention we do see technically Aaron's face, of what his founding Titan form looks like at the end, but it's almost like
Oh, the final
it's
end.
like painting esque. Like it's not like the actual anime.
It's a
almost,
very stylized calligraphy brush esque type thing. It's almost Gurren Lagann esque, you
Yeah.
know, like some of the scenes in
and
that.
oh my god, does it look so similar to Grisha's form of the Attack Titan? It reminds me so much of that.
A little bit, yeah.
With like kind of the I don't know, it's horrifying, and yeah, when I saw his founding Titan like start moving, like I thought it was just gonna kind of like I don't know, not float, but I was not expecting a slither, and once I saw the slither, I was like, oh god, that's a no good for me.
I do not like the slither of the Titan. But yeah, no. So this episode, it had a lot. It had the timey-wimey bullshit in the beginning, slight explanation of just
Still
Aaron
confused.
being like, I mean, essentially all that happened was Aaron knew the moment he kissed Astoria's hand that all this was going to happen up to this point. He could see all these memories, and he was just
Historia
like,
is still pregnant, by the way. Everybody, that's
right,
still
yes,
like
we
a
see a
thing.
glimpse of her. We see a glimpse of her, and she like, I don't know why I was expecting her to smile when Aaron was talking to everyone, for her to be
Oh.
like, yes, the plan. But she didn't. She was just like sitting there looking confused like everyone else. But yeah, Astoria is still sitting there pregnant. Basically, Aaron knew that Zeke was going to take him into his father's memory so he could do all this stuff. So he's like, haha, thanks, Zeke. And Zeke was like, oh shit, I'm an idiot. And then we get Ymir's backstory, and then Aaron manages to turn tables with Ymir, and then he starts the rumbling, and then I love how fucking apocalyptic from that point on everything looks. It has like the red-orange tinty hue. You have the red colossal titans all stomping across everything. The camera like never stops fucking shaking, which is kind of annoying, but also you get it because literally everything is shaking.
Everything's
It's the
rumbling.
fucking rumbling. Exactly.
Oh god.
But good God, I am excited for the rest of this series, the ending of this series. Fuck, Joe. Fuck.
I have nothing else to say besides this. This was such a satisfying episode, and I like where everything is going. Again, it could be just because of my tiny brain, but the timey wimey bullshit. I got to do. I have to watch some video essays about that one. But other than that, I'm loving where this is going, and I have no clue. Again, you would think by now we would have an idea how it's going to end. I have no clue. I really have no fucking clue. Like, so much shit. There's so many fucking trap cards still laid down. There is 5 goddamn trap cards laid down, and I just summoned my god card, and you think, game over. But no. No. Those trap cards are still, you're still alive with those.
Very good Yu-Gi-Oh analogy. Loving it. All right. This has been Attack on Titan episode 80, reviewed by 2 idiots. Goddamn, I am looking forward to the rest of the series. Joe's looking forward to the rest of the series. We hope you guys are looking forward to the rest of the series. And we hope you enjoy our dumb, tiny brain, dumb boy banter about all this stupid shit. We love you guys. We love Attack on Titan. Good night, good morning, good afternoon, and we'll see you in the next one. Love ya.